Hello everyone, it's Mike Lindstedt and Pastor Chad Wiles, and we are so excited for what the Lord has done in 2024 through the Nehemiah Project. As you can see behind me, this is our building that has been donated. We have 7,000 square feet of new counseling center that the Lord has provided, and along with that comes a lot of opportunity to further help the city of Mandeville and even the North Shore here in New Orleans, Chad. And I'm excited for it. I hope you are. We wanted to give you an update. And Chad, I want you to give our supporters out there an update on what the Lord has done this year in our ministry. Yeah, just in this year alone, in 2024, we've been able to see 118 counselees. That breaks down, there was 12 in our recovery program this year. There was 69 who were just individual counseling, things like anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, a lot of different things across the board. We did 31 marriage counseling and 2 premarital counselings. In the counseling breakdown of subject matter, we saw 7 people who were struggling with porn addiction, sexual sin, 10 people who were struggling with substance abuse, alcohol or another type of substance, heroin, cocaine, so on and so forth. We had 67 marital and relational conflict situations where people were on the verge of divorce and separated, and 30 emotional problems and 16 post-traumatic stress or abuse situations. And so the Lord's really allowed us to be able to intervene and to step into these hard situations and minister the gospel and see lives changed and see hearts changed. One of the things that I'm most excited about to share with you guys is this year we had, that we know of, 9 salvations in the process of this. And all those scenarios with marriages and other scenarios, we're about 80% where God has resolved these through the gospel, where the marriages have come back together, or people who are struggling with anxiety or depression have found hope in Christ and are beginning to walk with Him in newness of life now. And so I want you to share, Mike, just about what does this new headquarters, this new building allow us to do, and what are some of our hopes for 2025? Absolutely. So we have been unable to do our gym training with our people in our addiction program, which has really been just a bummer for me personally, but I know many of our people that come into the program are looking forward to that. Because of where we're at currently in terms of our facility, we're not able to offer that. And so that's one of the major differences that this building allows us to do for the people in our addiction program. Also, we have about 1,000 square foot seminar space that's located in there. And that seminar space is huge because it relates to the 2 constraints on the ministry up until this point. Our 2 biggest constraints have been finances and capacity with our counselors. And you've got 16 or 18 people that are currently in the internship program. That's right. Who are getting trained up to be biblical counselors because we've been awarded this year official training center status by the ACBC, Association of Certified Biblical Counselors. And that's allowed us to now attack that constraint and really open up the channel for more counselors to come in. And so in that seminar room is where they're going to be receiving their training. But more than just the counselors, we're going to be able to open up that room to the community. And the community is going to be able to come in and receive different workshops, from trauma to marriage counseling to all the things that we offer here at the Nehemiah Project. And so we have the gym space, we have the space, and also the counseling rooms themselves are going to be a lot bigger. So if anyone's was kind of worried about the smallness of how they may have been in the past, well, that's totally been blown out of the water. And so again, we've got 7,000 square feet of space that's been given to us by God and through generous donors. Where we are at on this current project is we're about 65-70% finished. We're waiting now for open wall inspections. Once that passes, then we're moving into drywalling, to painting, to doing connecting the building to the electrical, and then starting to just do some of the aesthetics. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Our hope is, and I think it's a confident assumption, that we can be in the building by the end of January. And so that's the building. But we've got some great things looking like they're shaping up for 2025. In addition to that, I want to tell them about the opportunities that we've got. So I'm going to do that. Go ahead. And I want you to just hear what I'm saying and really just keep it in your prayers for the moment. One of the individuals who's finished our addiction program, the Lord impacted him and his wife so much that he's really desired to to go full in terms of supporting this ministry financially.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he would like to do is help us bring on our final phase of our Establishing Hope campaign, which is the sober living homes.
Yeah.
And he wants to invest in making that a reality. And so the Lord willing, we'll be able to shift into a new phase of ministry where we'll be able to provide something that's been in demand, which is a living space for those who are coming into the addiction program through our sober living homes. But it's not just going to be for addicts per se. Mm-hmm. It's going to also be used for veterans who may be struggling with addiction. But we really want to open it up to help these different sort of populations get what they need, which is first and foremost the gospel, and then secondarily, if they need a place to stay, be able to use the sober living homes for that. So that's going to be an exciting development coming over 2025, 2026 that we would ask for you to be praying for. And if the Lord would move your heart, we'd ask you to be donating towards it. We're looking to raise another $2,500 a month on monthly donations. Mm-hmm. And what that would do is that it would get us to the break-even point financially, to where we could go look on paper and say, we've got this much money that's been committed coming in through generous donors, and now we can actually, without a shadow of a doubt, know that we can have X number of counselees come in. And so that will help to alleviate the waiting list that we've currently got. And so we'd ask you to be praying about that as well. So we've got the new building, we've got the sober living home potential. We're looking to raise another $2,500 a month in recurring donations. But I think we haven't mentioned one more thing. When we ended 2023 last year, we were approaching a total of 400 people helped through the Nehemiah Project. Mm-hmm. This year we've surpassed 500 people, and we're not even at the end of the year. So praise be to God for, again, just through word of mouth, spreading this great ministry throughout Mandeville and throughout the rest of the North Shore. So Chad, you got any final things to add?
I would say one last thing this new building allows us to do is we have a great media room that's going to be going in. And so many of you are weekly podcast listeners, and that's there for a resource for you. But that's also going to allow myself and my team to create more content, to create seminars that'll be hosted online that you could purchase for your church or just for your family. If there's a subject matter that you're trying to figure out biblically, those resources will be available to you as well. And so we're really excited about that opportunity this next coming year.
Man, God is so good, and we thank you so much for your prayers, for your financial support. We would just ask that you continue doing those things so that we can continue to help more people replace their hopelessness with hope here on the North Shore. Thank you, and God bless.